to say, Judy, I was born in Louisiana, and beans aren't just a side dish; they're a main dish there too. So this is a great dish when you're thinking Louisiana, but it's also a great dish for Lent if you're trying to eat meatless, or it's a great dish if you're watching your heart, trying to be heart healthy. And beans are also great for digestion, and they're low in fat, great source of fiber. So I'm going to use our pressure cooker, and I'd like to talk a little bit about it. Our pressure cooker um, comes in parts. You have the pressure indicator here, which I've got my pressure cooker all tied up. Here we go. We in the cap, there's a gasket here, and this gasket is really, really important. You want to make sure that you take the gasket out when you put it in the dishwasher so it gets all clean, but you make sure you get it back in or you will not build the pressure. You will see there's a tiny hole here. And so this is not a handle like people think. It's actually, it goes over this hole right here. And this is one of the ways that the pressure releases. And so it's a safety feature. We have a, a, a release here as well. And we have this pressure indicator. So when the pressure cooker is in the microwave, or when it's under pressure, this little indicator is going to be up like this. And when you take it out of the microwave, you're going to need to wait about 5 minutes until this comes down like this. So there'll be like little bubbles around this. And I saw somebody like pressing this with a towel. Please don't do that. That's not good. Wait, it's 5 minutes, folks. 5 minutes for wonderful, wonderful stuff. And you don't want to risk releasing the pressure too soon, and you don't want to risk burning yourself with it. In the pressure cooker, there is a fill line, and you do not want to go over it. It's about an inch down on the side. You do not want to go over the fill line, and you always want to put whatever you have in the pressure cooker. You want to make sure it's covered in liquid. So I have my beans already, they were soaked overnight, and then I rinsed them. You want to make sure you take out any stones or anything like that, and rinse them really well. And I did that. And if the water's going to run red, don't worry. It's not the Red Sea. It'll be okay. Everything will be fine because they're red beans. Anyway, we're going to I added vegetable broth in there instead of water. And I use better than bouillon. So it calls for 3 cups of vegetable broth. I use better than bouillon. So I already added that for time's sake. And here's where the good flavor comes in. And that's in all these wonderful veggies. So I have a medium onion that I've quartered, and I'm going to drop that in there. I have 3 cloves of garlic. And as Inky showed a couple weeks ago, I put that garlic in the microwave, in a microwave safe dish for about 10 seconds. And the shells just popped off of it. So that's an easy way to peel your garlic. And I have 2 stalks of celery. I'm going to throw those in. And I have 1 bell pepper, which I'm going to add in just a minute because I don't want to overload my Power Chef. Now, if you want some recruits this month or this week, get your Power Chef out and demo it. Because when people see the magic of this bad boy, they're going to want to join your team. They're going to want to enjoy this. So our Power Chef, it has the engine, so it's a non-electric food processor. It's one of my favorite pieces in Tupperware. It also has like a little hole right here, a valve, where you could put in your funnel. That's got pre-measured. They're etched in the plastic so they won't rub off. So if you needed to add something slowly, you could put it in the closed position, be mixing, and then move it to the open position. It also comes with a paddle. And if I were making salsa or something and I wanted to store it in my refrigerator overnight, it has a handy dandy seal. So I absolutely love it. But the magic is right here. In just a couple minutes, a few pulls, and how gorgeous is that? Tiny, tiny, tiny. I made some of this ahead of time, and in my family, my husband doesn't like bell peppers, and he's watching this, so I can't sneak it by him. But if you have kids at home that are finicky eaters, you could put the bell pepper in the Power Chef, and they would never know it was there because it will cut it up so finely they will never know. I add the leaves from the celery in with mine. You could set some aside as a garnish for your beans afterwards, and it would make it look really pretty. They are fabulous for flavor and nutrition. So as long as they're clean, don't feel shy about putting them in. So I'm going to add this to my pressure cooker. Have a little too full, so I got to add those guys in. Whenever I take my blade off of my Power Chef, I always put it in the Denise protector. I believe Tupperware calls it a blade protector, but the blade's safe from me. I'm not safe from it. So I'm going to add all these yummy vegetables in here. And this is a nice vegetarian dish. So if you have friends who don't eat meat for various reasons, maybe dietary or health reasons or religious reasons, this is a wonderful dish that you can feed them. It is also, when I make this for my family, I can add a ham hock because we are not vegetarians. I can add a ham hock, add a little meat, smoky meat flavor. Or when I want to make it charo beans, I will add salsa. So I have cilantro, onion, diced tomatoes, and I will add chorizo. And I'll use Southwest Chipotle. This is Cajun though. So I have the Raging Cajun seasoning. I have 2 tablespoons of that and a teaspoon of kosher salt. And I'm going to add that in. It's going to heat right up. I'm going to put it in the microwave for 25 minutes. Now, when I was a kid growing up, my mom always said beans and cornbread or beans and rice, as long as you put it with a starch, it made a great protein. I love my mama, but she lied to me because it makes a great protein all by itself. You don't have to add the starch. It just makes it better. And I moved away when I was like 23. I moved up to Minnesota, Wisconsin, lived up there a while. And when I would come home to visit and I would ask my mom for, she'd say, what would you like as your welcome home dish? You can have shrimp, you can have steak, you can have anything you want. And I always asked for beans and cornbread because it was something that just reminded me of home. And it's absolutely fabulous. So I have, through the magic of television, one already made for you. Again, I open it away from me. And here they are. I wish you could smell them. My house smells so good. Everybody in my house is like, I'm so hungry. It smells so good in here. It smells so good. And let me pull up my little, I need more room here. Let me pull up my little spoon so you can see. They're so good. And my mom would have to cook this on the stove for hours and hours growing up. And I can do it in 25 minutes. And it's absolutely fabulous. So if you already have a bean recipe that you love, that's part of your family history, just know that you can use it. You can adapt this recipe to meet your family's needs. But I can tell you, as it is, as Tupperware wrote it, it is fabulous. And I'll post it later.
Wow. Are we making you guys hungry or what? Do you eat before you come to Rally? That's what I want to know. Do you? Because if not, we are not good for that because I'm sure you're going to get hungry. I wanted to show you what I did just with the shrimp. I put it just on the ice. As you can see, doesn't that look pretty? Imagine for your family, right? Tupperware, it just makes everything so special and wonderful. I will set the cocktail sauce in the center and it is ready to go. We have a little shrimp cocktail. So next I want to talk to you guys about, you know, when you are cooking, and each of us are showing you just something tonight, and we're adding a seasoning or a seasoning blend, you know that Tupperware has recipes for our seasoning blends. And so there's actually 28 different recipes on the seasoning blends that we have. And you can find these under, if you go to just like a Google homepage or DuckDuckGo or whatever it is that you use, and you put in Tupperware blog seasoning, it should be the first link that you have, and you'll be able to go on and find all of our recipes. They have we used to sell these, guys. We sold it in packages, and then what happened was Tupperware was like, wait, we're Tupperware, why are we selling seasoning blends? Because what we should be doing is showing how to make them. So they shared with us the recipes. So that's where this came from, all different kinds. And no matter what you're making, the seasoned salt, I love that one. Cindy turned me on to that one. It was just terrific. Ragin' Cajun, that's wonderful. There's a lot of great ones for hickory mesquite. Sissy Villarreal started me on that one. I love that on chicken. I'm crazy about that on chicken, out on my grill, like chicken legs and chicken wings. So very good. But tonight I'm just going to grab one and show you. So this is the Italian herb seasoning blend. And let me share my screen with you. All right, so you should be able to see my screen again. If I was to go to H-E-B and go shopping, you can see I can go and buy my basil. I'm just picking one of the herbs that are in it. And you can see the prices that we're talking. You know, this one is $6.94. This one over here is, well, that one has Thai in it. Here's an H-E-B brand, right? So you can look at these and realize seasonings and spices can be very, very expensive, right? What we want to show you tonight, and we try to show you every once in a while, is you don't need to buy it like that. What you want to do is you want to go to H-E-B, and they have a bulk section, or Kroger, wherever you like to shop. Whole Foods, okay, I'm not leaving out anybody, but they actually have a bulk section, can't talk, a bulk section in the grocery store where you can get exactly the spice you need and as much as you need. And so the really cool thing, and my store was out of small bags, so it's normally, you don't get a bag this size, it's normally a little one, but you get it, whatever it is, that the amount that you need, and the amount that you're going to pay for this, you're going to be blown away. So let me just show you that basil. That basil that was in the jar that was $6 and something. Which one is this? This is oregano. This is my basil. Yeah, here's a basil. I got this whole bag, look, compared to my hand, right? 60 cents. 60 cents. So you're going to save so much money. And again, I talked about it a little bit ago where I said about the Old Bay seasoning. When you buy that and you're spending $5, $6, $7 on Old Bay, you don't want it to sit up in your pantry and get old or get little bugs in it. You want to use it. And I tend to really try to utilize my Tupperware seasoning blends in everything that I cook and not buy outside of that, if you will. So I just want to show you how this works. So let's say you picked out the Italian herb, or you picked out, what other one? The hickory mesquite. All you're going to do is you can go to their website, get the recipe. And by the way, Sissy actually printed these and laminated them for the studio. We've been open 3 years. That's how old this is, right? It's they've lasted because they're laminated. So that might be something to help you as well. So I'm just going to make a batch of a seasoning blend. I can't talk, I go seasoning blend. Anyhow, so I'm going to take and make a batch of this, and you're going to see how much it makes, and then you're going to have it. And it's just so great because, oh wait, if I don't count, I mean, if I talk, then I won't count. For somebody count with me. 5, 6, 7. Oh, it smells so good. 8, 9, and 10. You know what I do when I go in to buy my bulk seasoning? I take my measuring spoon in a bag so that it's clean. I make sure it's very, very clean. And that way I have exactly what I want and I'm not guessing. But of course, if you don't have that option and you have to just use the scoop, it's terrific. You can just take a real good guess. Okay, 5 of these. So I'm just making a batch for Bill and I. 2, 3. Oh, this smells so good. 4, 5. This is the basil. It reminds me of Thai food. They use a lot of basil. All right, next is our parsley, 5 tablespoons of parsley. And let's see, parsley doesn't really have a smell. My friend Kita, I don't know if she's watching tonight, she taught me how to dehydrate and make my own. Is that 4? Gosh. 5. She taught me how to dehydrate and make my own dried parsley. I was pretty excited about that and really enjoyed that part of it. All right, and then in onion, I actually measured the exact amount that I need, so I know I don't have to redo that. And I'm gonna put that in. This is actually onion powder. Onion powder. Woo-wee. That smells so good. You know what that smells like? Onion soup. Onion soup. And then 4 of our garlic. 4 of those. And then when you buy, they didn't have it where I can measure the garlic, so I went ahead and got the one that they had already pre-measured. I'll just put it in one of our Tupperware spice shakers, seal it up. You're talking a good 4 months or so. I have a nice carousel at home, just like we do here too. Oh my gosh, 3. Like Denise could talk and measure. I can't do that. Gosh, who knows what I would make. All right, so those are there. You can see in my bowl, it's really quite a bit. Like, wait till you see how much this is. Okay, it's a lot. So I'm just going to mix this up real nicely. I'm going to put it in my spice shakers or whatever piece of Tupperware you like to use. Look at this. Oh my gosh.
That looks so good.
Doesn't that look good? And it smells delicious. Just smells delicious. So that's made. That was simple enough. And let me show you this. So
I think I'm out of that spice. I need some.
oh, you do. You know what? Come on over, Gail.
Look at that cute apron.
I can't for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. That's right. You're on lockdown. Well, let's see if I can find. Okay, I might have changed out of it, but I was going to show you. So let me go back and share my screen just so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to look at HEB and at the Italian. Seasoning. All right, so if you go here and you look at the Italian seasonings they have, look at the price of these. So here's an Italian, I think this is the one that I had open. These are 2 for, so call it 1 for $2.06, and it's 0.75 ounce. 0.75 ounce. Now I'm going to show you how much I made.
Holy cats, not even a full ounce. That's just wrong.
That, and maybe I'll go put this in a container that you can see. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this in a container so you can see. The price is incredible. And let me call out the prices here. The garlic powder that I didn't even use all of was 73 cents. This is parsley, 54 cents. This is my oregano, $1.25. I didn't use all of it. And this is the basil, 60 cents. The onion powder, which I used all of it, was $1.20. I do declare that's expensive. So I'm going to show you how that makes a good 2 cups worth. Guys, it's so cost effective. So I really want to encourage you. I see many of you shaking your heads. You're like, yes, do it. You can seal it up. Do this in one of your, oh, show us, Shauna. I'll stop talking.
This is the Southwest Chipotle seasoning, and it does make 2 cups, and it fits perfectly in the counterscapes. So, and I've already used a bunch of it. So, and it's literally pennies compared to buying it in a container.
Thank you for
My
that.
counterscapes are empty.
We
I
need to do a
make some
workshop.
more.
Oh my gosh. How many of you guys, do you remember this, Gail and Shauna, when we did our director retreat and the spices were new to us? You remember that, Denise? And we made Inky or somebody made them, and then we all put them in the containers. It was so much fun. The Tupperware switched the page and gave us the recipes of it. So can I empower you guys? Show this during your parties. People will be blown away at how much they save. And there's no filler in this. And again, we use them for so many different things. That Italian is great with a nice bit of olive oil and dipping your bread, or it's great when you make chicken Parmesan or eggplant Parmesan, something like that. I mean, it is perfect. So I hope I've encouraged you and you're ready to make your own seasoning blends. But you know what? We've had some shrimp dishes, right? We got some shrimp cocktail happening. We have some beans. We still need one more thing, right? This is something I'm so excited about. We're going to go to Linda Huddleston tonight in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And Linda's actually going to show you how to make a congealed salad using our Jell-O mold. And honestly, guys, you know, I'm not a Jell-O person, but that's because I make it on the way the box calls for, and that's it. Like, that is disgusting in my point of view, so I never make it. Wait till you see what Linda does with Jell-O. I mean, you're going to be like, oh, that looks so good. So Linda, take it away.
Thanks, Judy. This is one of my